Your mind is racing at 3 a.m. Your to-do list never ends. Everyone needs something from you, and every meditation app tells you to just breathe and relax. But it never works. Why? 2,500 years ago, Buddha discovered the real reason you can't find peace, and it has nothing to do with breathing exercises. He found that your mind creates its own cage, and he mapped the exact way out. In the next 8 minutes, I'll show you Buddha's counterintuitive system for instant inner peace, even when life feels chaotic. This isn't about sitting on a cushion for hours. It's about rewiring how you think, speak, and act. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn changes everything. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing you've been free your whole life, but never knew it. Free to see things clearly. Free to stop reacting automatically. Free to live without that constant anxiety whispering, something's missing. This is what Buddha called nirvana. Not some mystical realm in the clouds, but a state of clarity within your own mind. And here's the shocking part. The path to that freedom was not hidden or reserved for saints. Buddha called it the Noble Eightfold Path. But here's what most Buddhist teachers don't tell you. This isn't a religion. It's a psychological system, one that transforms how your mind creates suffering and how to stop it. Think of it like this. Your mind is running faulty software. You're not broken, you're just operating on outdated programming. The Eightfold Path is the upgrade. It's not about obeying rules. It's about understanding how your mind creates its own cage and learning exactly how to walk out. Right now, pause and ask yourself, what's one thought pattern that keeps me stuck? Maybe it's, I'm not good enough, or I can't trust anyone. Hold that thought, because in the next 6 minutes, you'll learn Buddha's system for dismantling it completely. Every structure needs a foundation. For Buddha, that foundation was wisdom, seeing clearly before doing anything at all. But not the kind of wisdom you think. Right view isn't about believing something because someone said it's true. It's about seeing reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. Buddha said most people live their entire lives looking through a distorted lens, and they don't even know the lens is there. Right view means understanding the Four Noble Truths. Suffering exists. It arises from craving and ignorance. It can end, and there's a path to that end. But here's where it gets powerful. Right view doesn't demand blind faith. It demands honesty. The courage to say, maybe I don't see the full picture, and the curiosity to find out what's actually true. Then comes right intention, the heart behind your actions. Modern psychology calls this motivational alignment. Buddha called it purification of the mind, because your intentions shape your reality long before your actions ever do. Here's how to apply this today. Think of someone who frustrates you. Now ask yourself, am I viewing this person through the lens of fear or compassion? What would change if I chose compassion instead? Notice how that one shift changes everything. That's right view and right intention working together. Now let's go deeper. Now here's the part most Buddhist teachers skip, because it's uncomfortable. Buddha didn't just say, think good thoughts. He said your words and actions are either building your prison or setting you free, every single day. A student once asked Buddha, how do I know if I'm doing the right thing? Buddha smiled and said, does it reduce suffering for yourself and others, or increase it? That's your compass. This is where Buddhism gets practical. Right speech, right action, right livelihood. These aren't commandments, they're experiments in cause and effect. Right speech. Is what you're about to say true, necessary, and kind? If it fails any test, silence is wiser. Modern neuroscience proves this. Gossip and harsh words literally rewire your brain toward negativity. Right. Action. Act in ways that don't harm yourself or others. Sounds simple, but Buddha meant this radically. Every choice, what you buy, how you treat strangers, what you consume, either feeds peace or feeds chaos. Right livelihood. Your work should contribute to well-being, not suffering. If your job requires you to manipulate, harm, or deceive, Buddha said you're poisoning your own mind, no matter how much it pays. Here's your challenge for the next 24 hours. Before speaking, pause for 3 seconds. Ask, is this true, necessary, and kind. Watch how this one practice transforms your relationships instantly. Buddha once said, "Your worst enemy cannot harm you as much as your own unguarded thoughts." Think about that. The chaos isn't out there, it's in here. This is why the final 3 steps focus on training your mind. Because an untrained mind is like a wild horse. It goes wherever it wants, dragging you behind it. Right effort. Cultivate helpful thoughts, release harmful ones. Not through force, through awareness. You can't control what thoughts arise, but you can choose which ones you feed. Right mindfulness. Pay attention to this moment without judgment. Your mind wants to live in the past or future, anywhere but now. Mindfulness brings it home. Right. Concentration. Focus deeply on one thing. In our distracted world, this is revolutionary. When you can concentrate fully, anxiety dissolves, because anxiety lives in scattered attention. Try this right now. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep breaths. Notice one sound you hear, one sensation you feel, one thought passing through. That's it. You just practiced all 3 steps in 60 seconds. Here's the secret Buddha discovered. You don't have to master all 8 steps perfectly. They work together like a web. Improve one, and the others strengthen automatically. Start anywhere. The path adjusts to you. A monk once asked Buddha, "When will I reach enlightenment?" Buddha pointed to a tree and said, "When you stop asking when, and start walking the path." The Eightfold Path isn't a destination, it's a practice. Some days you'll nail it, other days you'll forget completely. That's not failure, that's being human. Modern psychology confirms what Buddha taught. Small, consistent changes in thought patterns create massive shifts in well-being. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be persistent. The 8 steps aren't separate, they're one integrated system. Right view shapes right intention. Right intention guides right speech. Right speech influences right action, and so on. Change one element, and you change the whole system. So, here's your first step. Don't try to master all 8 paths. Just pick one that resonates with you right now. Maybe it's right speech. Maybe it's right view. Write it down. Put it somewhere you can see it. For the next 7 days, just focus on that one thing. Because true change doesn't come from giant leaps. It comes from taking one small intentional step over and over again. Thank you so much for joining me on this path today. If this helped you, please like and subscribe so you don't miss our next video. Remember, inner peace isn't something you find. It's something you build, one moment at a time. What path will you start with? Let me know in the comments below. See you next time.